Welcome everyone to another edition of Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. I'm Will.
I'm Martin.
And as usual, always leave us a like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, The Gaming Vault, where you get to hear our two sexy voices. And Yep. And also check out the Facebook page, Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast, where we've got pictures of Raw and SmackDown. I was at, Martin was at Fear and Loathing for ICW, and just general tomfoolery.
And nonsense. There may or may not be some shenanigans. We should probably put a disclaimer about that.
Yes. The disclaimer. Right. The news, Martin, right? This is ICW's side, by the way. Right? Right.
Go for it. Come on!
Well, the thing you sent me, I'm going to keep this in a bit of suspense for my one, right? But we'll talk about your one. The Godfather is going to make an appearance.
ICW this week.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But like we've made a rule, and we stick to it with WWE, right? If they do good, we'll give them praise.
Of course, that's the rule for everything.
If they fuck up,
without exception.
If they fuck up, we'll call them on it.
Oh fuck, we will.
ICW fucked up on Kaylee Lee Ray, and did not mention, did not show, did not acknowledge she won the championship for Fear and Loathing.
How?
She came out on Facebook, mate, and made a public statement that she was over the moon she won the belt.
She had her photos up and all that. It was on Twitter and all.
On the official ICW Facebook page, and all the videos, it's not even mentioned at all. I double checked. You can't
be ignoring it. It's obviously going to be on the broadcast of it. It was on live and everything.
I double checked it, just to make sure before we came on the podcast in case they've updated it.
Have you been to their website?
No, see on the Facebook page I'm talking about, she's talking about Facebook. They didn't mention it at all on Facebook. That's what she's aiming it at. I double checked it. No, mate.
Oh, hold on. You can calm down. On the website, at the top of the page, you've got all your champions. You've got Kenny Williams, who's the new Zero G champ, the Polos, Wolfgang, and of course Kaylee with her women's title.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But see, she's saying Facebook. She's making it. This is what she's aiming at. So I just double checked the Facebook side again. They've still not changed that. That's what she's aiming at. She's aiming at the Facebook side. They didn't acknowledge her.
I'm having a wee look there.
You see it. If you look at her thing, then open on our page with the ICW hitting, there's nothing about that women's match.
What the fuck is going on?
So, whoever does the Facebook side of ICW, you fucked up. You have fucked up.
I don't know who handles that stuff.
I don't know how you can miss a match.
Especially a big important match.
It's a championship. I think that's what's pissing her off, mate.
It should.
I've checked on her thing again. There's been no more updates, so I don't know what the fuck's happened. If anything comes out of it, we'll hear anyhow.
Bang out order.
But no, I wanted to bring it up. Like I said, I don't know who runs the internet side of it, but they've buzzed this one. They really have buzzed this one up, especially a championship match. I mean, there was people in the comments going on about it was bad enough they weren't in the main poster. You can argue that one, but WWE do that sometimes where they don't have the woman.
I know, but there's only 4 belts.
Yeah, you can argue
and this
that
is a
one.
Big match. It was one of the highlights of the show.
You can argue that one. There's an argument to that. I agree they should be in the poster. That's my side to it. But you will get people to argue it. Why it's like, no, you've got fucking Kurt Angle, the Dudleys, blah 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 blah. But moving on. Hopefully it gets sorted, and whoever does the Facebook does apologise.
I need to fucking boot up the arse. You better issue an apology on their page and their Twitter.
They've got to do an apology in this one. They fucked up big time.
That's terrible.
So, Raw, what did you think of it?
Well, I just pretty much ended up skipping through. There's some very, very nice highlights. Mm-hmm. That was definitely the best highlight reel ever.
It was shades of being good, but it was alright.
There's some good matches.
Yeah.
It should be the quality that it is for the length.
No.
That each episode does, given the talent they have available.
The
They are under-delivering.
The crowd were fucking awful.
Well,
Awful.
it's the third night in a row in the same arena.
Yeah, it's just...
They're going to get burnt out, even if you're a hardcore fan who's like, right, I've got my 3 tickets. I'm going on Saturday, I'm going on Sunday, I'm going on Monday. You're going to be fucking... In fact, see by the time Monday rolls around, you're going to be sitting in your bed. You get up in the morning and go, I just can't be fucked going.
After Survivor Series, you can be fucked going and see what happens.
Why would you want to? Yeah?
But, right, I'm going to break... Like, there's one rule obviously we keep in that, but it was well just getting it out the road because he wasn't there with Lesnar not showing up.
They're going to do what they did with Ronda Rousey in UFC. She vanished.
I mean,
when she got beat.
I personally think, mate, he should have came out and murdered somebody.
No.
He had to, mate.
This is the story, right? Remember what happened with Ronda Rousey in UFC? She was undefeated, 12 matches. Brock's had about the same length of run.
It's a bit...
Triple H good. But
if you don't count...
She lost quickly.
If you don't count the fucking, the fuck-ups Undertaker, it was roughly about... about 10,
anyway,
you're right, aye.
Anyway, he lost quickly and decisively. He has been, in kayfabe terms, he has been humiliated. He has been made a fool of. He has been thrown off his pedestal quite violently. So, if he shows up or not, what you're going to get is a crowd howling at him because he was made to look like a joke. Sure, he could be angry, but for what reason? Even if he knocked fuck out Sami Zayn, Sami always has to say, you got beat in 3 minutes, mate. So I think they're doing this thing, just copying what happened to Rousey. He disappears, he'll not be seen for months, and come either the actual Rumble match...
I'd imagine it being more the Rumble.
Or WrestleMania month, Brock will show up, and he'll go straight for Goldberg.
I think it'll be the Rumble, mate, because Goldberg opens the show, and he's gone on about how it was great last night. He made him feel like Goldberg again. Then
he built up all that time to wrestle 3 minutes, just like the old Goldberg, just like the old days, lad.
Yep, just like the old days. If everybody remembers, I forgot myself that his matches were fucking 3 minutes long. I forgot he was actually quite boring as fuck to watch when it was on long.
That's why Regal was put all that effort in, and then somebody started saying, "Oh, Regal made him look like a prick." Regal just schooled him.
That's WCW for you, but this annoyed me, right? And this feels like a WCW moment. I know it won't happen. I know for a fact it won't happen. But see if it does fucking happen, fuck it. I'm not watching Mania. I refuse. He's entering the Rumble. Because he's got one more title run in him. Fuck off.
I don't get it. Goldberg will
see if he does, mate.
Lesnar
will get involved. I'm hoping, because this is where I was hoping Lesnar does come out and say, I'm in the Rumble. No, again.
Well, I was going to say, if he shows up like a random Rumble surprise and it's down to they two at the end, do you know what that means? It means they finally learned their lesson that Roman has no business being there. Only took 3 years.
Well, last night, Roman didn't even have a match.
It was great, wasn't it? It was
brilliant.
Do you know why? Because the one time he does show up, that crowd was all over him and they're all going, oh, it's just cool today. Oh, it's because they're Kennedy. No, it's no. And to be honest with you, maybe Roman was given the night off after and he got hurt there as well.
There's still
obviously not as badly as Shane.
There's still nothing that's came out.
I've kept a wee eye out. Shane's okay, but they don't know. He was concussed. They don't know if he'll be there tomorrow night or not.
I don't imagine.
Tonight even.
I don't. The one thing I did notice, it didn't show it in the highlights, but I seen it on I can't remember what there was the other thing. It's a Facebook one. It shows. I think it was wrestling memes or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd chanting to Goldberg after chanting him out like the Goldberg chant. You screwed Brett.
Get over it. Jesus Christ!
I totally agree with you, mate.
20! No!
Get fucking over it now. It was an accident.
20 years ago. 20.
An accident.
It wasn't an accident, it was fucking deliberate. 20 years ago.
An accident. I'm standing up for Goldberg in this one. It was an accident. But anyhow, like you said, it's 20 years ago. Fucking get at it. It just
Fuck.
that the crowd to me, like you said, right, fair enough. It could be just total burnout. I just could not dig the crowd at all. They were just awful.
You've cut off.
Oh, can you hear me now?
You cut off. You said I just could not, and then it went silent. I can now. Aye.
Ah, fuck! I hate this. Hate Skype. Hate it. So, yeah, it is. It's just fucking one of the things. The crowd were just awful. I didn't get into them, but it was a solid way to start Open Raw. You had to get that out of the way fast.
I know, but my God, Canada, has nothing else happened in your country since 1997?
Nah,
You fucking reprobates.
I don't think that has been.
I've been patient with this, right? Even like they brought Brett back to do that so-called match against Vince and all that, and they were still using it, right?
That
No,
was,
no, I'm not getting into that.
No,
I'm
no.
just saying, WWE are even over it, and they bloody exploited the hell out of the whole thing. You just fucking grow up as a country. Jesus Christ, it's just stupid at this point. Like, it was stupid 5 years after it as well, but it's 20 years. It's 20 fucking years. There's people who were born after that happened.
Aye.
Unfortunately, who don't give a fuck.
It's just
Sorry.
No, but exactly, mate. That was my feeling towards it. I don't care. I genuinely don't fucking care.
Canada has nothing happening apart from snow, Scott Pilgrim for a minute, and then nothing else ever important has happened there in 20 years, apparently. Oh, it pisses me off. I don't know if you could tell.
This is when it got boring here, mate. Right? If it wasn't for the what's up?
I said no shit.
Oh no shit! I thought you said oh shit.
No.
If it wasn't for the fact you had Cesaro in this match, right? I'm sick of the New Day.
Everybody's sick of the New Day. They were getting booed when they came out. They were heels.
They've
for all intents and purposes.
They've ran their fucking course now. They've totally ran it.
Now, he's noticed when the New Day's wee speech when they're coming out, they've gave themselves a wee sort of get out of jail free card here, because they came out and they said, we're the people that have held these titles the longest. And then said, record. So I think they've just made this wee sort of back out up plan, where it's just like, well, fuck it, this isn't working, we'll just take it off and say they've got the record anyway.
Because what is it? They've got 3 matches or something, or 3. I can't remember.
I really don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit either. The one thing I did notice, and it's like who floated this fucking promo, is like, oh, we led our team to victory, and it's like
you got eliminated.
That's how you got eliminated within 2 minutes of the start. Aye, okay. Bonus fuck for them. But Cesaro and Sheamus were unlucky. They were unlucky, just the way that they think. But it was very heelish what they done.
Yes, it was. That's what I'm saying. They've gave themselves a backdoor out of this thing, and they pretty much healed it up last night. Yeah, especially Xavier.
It was very heelish. They go back to being heels. I'm all right with that, but they've ran their course.
Maybe time to look at splitting them up.
They've ran their fucking course. Obviously they've won because they've got like 3 matches or whatever it is left before the equal it. They will drop them at Roadblock. They will drop them.
Oh, they have to.
They've got to now. They've got to. And we've got our number 1 contenders anyhow, so we just have to hope. Next, the segment with Jericho, and the list is upsetting. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Jericho, last night, mate, the show was just really all about him. I don't know if you felt the same, I just felt it.
I wouldn't say all about him, but
it was his parts were brilliant. His parts really made that show watchable.
Oh, aye, absolutely. But you did miss out Enzo being the Scud.
I was getting to that. That was actually my next wee bit. I don't know.
You cut off again.
Oh no, I can still hear you. You hear me now?
All right. Aye.
I don't know what the fuck is happening, mate. I'll edit that wee bit
It's
out.
fucking Skype being shite.
Um,
Anyway, so Enzo and his nudity.
I don't know how to feel with this one. This is something. Yeah, yeah, it was funny, but does it belong in this day and age of WWE? I don't know.
No, not really. It was amusing, but that's all it was. It was amusing. Really no need for it.
That was the only thing. I just didn't get. And obviously it set up a match for him and Rusev later on the night. But still another backstage segment was Mick and Stephanie and Sami Zayn, and
Oh, that was weird.
it was weird, mate. And even when the match happened, when we get to it, but Mick basically for Sami Zayn no winning is basically had to fight Strowman. I, I,
Aye.
I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
Like, clearly Steph's told Mick you need to lay down the law here and do the bad people thing and blah, blah, blah. But it just is too out of character.
We had another cruiserweight match. I forgot who the fuck was in it, but the crowd weren't interested either.
It was Daivari, well, wee Daivari, no, shut up Daivari as I call him, against Cedric Alexander. I
Right.
didn't bother watching it. I've no reason to care about the cruiserweight division. You give me a reason and I'll watch it.
I know.
But they don't stand out. Everybody does the same shit as them pretty much.
Yeah.
Just with a couple of rotations less in their flips. The only difference between their bits and everybody else's bits, other than their height, is the fact that everything's purple for no reason.
That was
I
it.
don't care. I want to care, but I don't care. And I've not seen anything coming that will make me care.
The only-
Because, let's be honest, they're going to SmackDown and they're going to all feud with the worst cunt.
The fact that the only thing I was happy with, mate, there was no tag team match for cruiserweights last night. That was the only thing.
Aye, that's the first time.
That's the first time
You know,
they'd done it right, and
Aye.
but still, it was. I mean, the match was. See, from a wrestling point of view, the match was good. Crowd won the into it. I just could not be bothered with it by this point. I'm kind of fed up with the cruiserweight division because of the way it's got treated. It needs new life, and we'll see what's going to happen. Will it be moved to SmackDown because of the 205 Live? It makes, like we said, it made more sense at the time. Maybe they'll still do it. I still think, as well, going back to the mix segment, I think this is an excuse to get Sammy drafted over there. I think they'll put their hand out to him.
Very possibly.
It just, the segment, still going back to that, mate, I've actually want to go back to it. It just still didn't sit right. There was just something completely wrong about it.
Aye.
It just didn't feel right. Like you said, it's totally a mixed character. Of course it's right, and if anybody's going to go like that, it's wrestling, it's fake. Of course it's fucking fake, but we're looking at it as a storyline. It's just a weird one. But we just have to wait and see in the coming weeks. This part, mate, and Will saying that it's called the highlight reel was probably the highlight for me. I love this segment with Jericho and Kevin Owens basically having a big fallout because the list got used.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Kevin Owens, Monkey, change the channel. That I was in fucking stitches. Absolute stitches. The two of them arguing back and forth, and you genuinely believed that this.
Oh, it was so sad. I thought it was done. I thought the match was over.
I thought it was done as well because the way the two of them were going at each other, I thought, are you two going to have a match? Are the two of you going to finally gee up in each other? And they just turned to each other. We know who to blame, and Roman Reigns. I just loved
brilliant.
it.
Brilliant.
And then obviously they had blamed Seth Rollins because they're slagging their hair and all that. It was like,
Oh, aye.
it was like that
Him
stuff.
with the conditioner falling off him.
It was quite funny, and I found it funny as well because I always remember the Rock slagging Jericho with his Bon Jovi hair. You know what I mean? It was a really fun segment. Seth and Roman come out, and then Mick Foley makes the no DQ ban free ringside title match for the Raw, which I was really looking forward to. So it was just strange that Roman wasn't there, but
I'm not complaining.
I
think he was getting the night off after the mess that was that spot with Shane. They'll put him out there because he's advertised and bring him back in. Maybe he's still a wee bit hurt. Maybe they didn't want to risk anything. Who knows? But, it was nice to have a Raw that was nearly free of them. For reasons other than drugs,
The more I'm looking at this now, actually, I'll leave this part what I was going to say, because that I think I'll leave till the actual main event. I don't want to say just now what I'm feeling. I'll keep that to the end. But
sure.
We got Rusev versus Enzo, and it was basically a fucking squash match.
What it was. There was a funny phone hacking joke for Enzo. Did their usual stuff. Nothing wrong with the segment, nothing wrong with the match. It's exactly what you expected.
No, and
nothing exciting.
No, that was that. This is where you seen, like, when I was at Raw, seeing it hits that 1.5 mark, mate. It just... it died.
With the talent that they've got, I mean, you're pretty much guaranteed every match is going to be good. We are spoiled in that respect, but it's not enough just to coast along on that. I mean, right, we'll put them out there, we'll have decent matches. There's no variations in the matches. It's the same shit every week.
That's it.
It's just so lazy.
That's it. It is just the same shite every week. SmackDown can get the argument against that as well. It is the same shit every week.
But they've got a story going on in Raw. Nothing changes in the stories.
No, the only story Raw's got gone is the title. That's it.
Jericho and Owens.
No,
even the title. Because remember, Owens has gone up against Roman. Roman had no interaction with him outside that segment. Their only story of the night was, are the best friends falling out?
It's shit how much, like, people will defend this show, but they don't see past that. It's fucking incompetent at holding a story.
I mean, tonight there was no reason given to tune in next week. Whereas SmackDown, each week, each segment will have something, a twist in their story, and it'll end with something that will make you want to see what happens next week.
I mean, like, say tonight, I'm desperate to see what's going to happen with Dean Ambrose and AJ. I think that's going to be fucking excellent.
Exactly. But see, last night on Raw, it ended with Owens and Jericho,
Oh, no, we're jumping.
Look, it's no spoilers, because it's the same thing that happened last week.
I know.
And the week before that. Now, why do I want to put on Raw next week?
When
off
it's
the
the
back
same,
of what we've seen.
And it's the same
as every
outcome.
other time.
That's the thing. At least with SmackDown, you had 2 weeks where it was Ellsworth and Ambrose. I mean, when was the last time on telly AJ won a match?
Exactly. And it's all been because of his, dirty tactics, getting caught out and stuff like that.
And they're holding a story with that. We've had the likes of, The Miz having an excellent story, if it's with Bryan or the Ziggler, sorry, yes.
And the difference there, those guys are having matches week in, week out, but no match has been the same.
No, that's it. There's never.
I can't say the same for the Raw main event.
No, that's the thing.
All the cruiserweight matches, it's all the same.
It's the same shite. It is the same. I mean,
and do you know what else it is? It's not even that, because see, every week Stone Cold would hit certain spots. You'd get your Lou Thesz press, you'd get your stunner, you'd get your elbow drop, you get people getting flipped off, and you get your mud hole stomping. He never once did them in the same order week to week.
No.
Whereas that's exactly what you're seeing in almost every match on Raw, with the exception of Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that seems to be mixing his stuff up.
I mean, I've got the Golden Jobbers versus the Bullet Club.
Oh God, that went on for far too long.
I'm just going to skip to the winner. Bullet Club's #1 contender.
But see, I was skipping through that match because obviously you know who's going to win there.
Yeah.
It's like, right, 10 minutes, this is still on. 5 minutes, this is still on. Another 5 minutes, ding, ding, ding. Jesus Christ. Who wants that?
It should have been a squash match in a sense.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, should have. And you should have just had, like, you know, the veterans would maybe have a couple of hope spots where, like, they do something sneaky because they're older and wiser. But no, you just have the club crush them, make them look convincing, and then the club take on the winner, obviously Shane Zaro and New Day, and then that's it. You've got strong number one contenders going into it. You've got champs who are clearly in a weakened position, and the jobbers should have been a formality.
Yes.
But no.
No, we didn't get that. We actually got quite a boring fucking match.
Awful.
But to Braun Strowman, and that's with him and Sammy.
It was just an exhibition. It was an extended exhibition of this guy's a big scary bastard and he can crush you if he goes. Which is perfect.
It is perfect. Obviously they're telling a story with Sammy, but when I want to talk about Braun, and there's Tony. It's Jasper. You're joining for a change. The fact with Braun Strowman, like when he was with the Wyatt family, mate, we never really seen how athletic he really was. We know he was a powerhouse. Take that side away, but last night I never realised how like quick he was. He was fast.
Told you, man. Like when he was up against those really two jobbers, he just chased them so easily. It was
really odd. Not there's Tony now. Interrupting everything I fucking day. Right, go and lie down.
That's why I closed the door.
I know, I should really close the door, but see if I close the door, mate, for some fucking strange reason, I get no internet. Honestly, that's how amazing Sky is. It's like, we can't operate through doors. Do you know what I mean? They're fucking shit. The outcome, right, this is where I was still a bit fucking, what the fuck's happening was Mick's way he came out and stopped the match.
Again, Stephanie's bullied him pretty much into doing this. He doesn't want to do it. That's that.
Yeah. It was, but this is where you can see the crowd is completely fucked in their arse. They really can't care.
They got killed by the fucking tag match.
Yeah, the crowd is totally fucking
At least,
dead.
like, the match between Rusev and Enzo was interesting.
Yeah. That was the thing. There was just no reaction for the crowd, nothing.
And then, just to further place emphasis on let's kill these Canadian souls, what was this woman's bit about?
Mate, I thought it was so
bad.
They
introduced it.
It was so bad.
Almost as if Dana was going to have a match, because they say Dana Brooke with Charlotte, but Charlotte's in front parading the belt. Now, we know that's because Charlotte was the one actually wrestling, but why did they call that wrong? Then they get in the ring, Charlotte starts talking about nothing in particular, then gets to Bayley, then Sasha shows up, who says, let's have a match, and Charlotte goes, aye, but no. Then Nia, whatever comes out.
It was so boring, mate. It was so bad. And that is the
finished them off. Finished off the crowd.
That was the first segment I've seen in the women's division. This since the change, that I will point the finger out and go, that was fucking awful. That was a throwback to a bad time. The Sasha wants a rematch. She's going to get in Charlotte next week, literally. But it just, I just didn't know where to fucking thing me with it. Then it turned into a tag match with Bayley and Sasha versus Nia and Charlotte. And I'm just going to skip right to it with Sasha makes Charlotte tap out again. So
all the way around. Oh no, sorry, you're right. Sorry, I'm half paying attention. I was just remembering how bad it was. Sorry,
but
I was just.
This is the thing. What the fuck are they doing with Bayley?
Right, because like obviously they set up that those two were going to feud last night at Survivor Series, and then they just, she comes out and laughs at people that like to hug, and that's it. No more tease, no more. Totally surely Bayley should have been the one to pin.
Yep.
Charlotte.
That's what I would have thought. That's the way I would have looked at it.
It's like there's two people in charge.
If Charlotte's going to win that, she pins Bayley.
Exactly, but there's two people who both have a different idea for what should happen with the women's division, and one's like, "Not let's build it around Sasha," and the other one's like, "Not let's build it around Charlotte." And it's like whatever week one of them's off, the other one just goes, "Right, fucking plaster the belt on her."
Aye.
And then the other one comes back, and the other guy's off. No, we're reversing that. And there's no direction, is what I'm saying.
The only thing I hope for, mate, is see next week they do not drop that belt again on Raw.
Jesus Christ. That means that the guy who likes Charlotte's got a week off.
I'll be really surprised if it's dropped again.
It's too soon for Nia to go for the belt.
Oh, it's just still a lot
the
of
natural
learning.
progression would be that eventually your face champion takes on Nia, who wins the belt, and then Asuka comes up and boots fuck out of her.
It really made no sense with the writing, made no sense with the match, it made no sense with the match outcome. Who went?
Not even the entrances made sense.
It was fucked up. If it wasn't for the main event, mate, this was just piss poor.
Aye.
It was piss poor. I mean, the start of Rose...
I will say this, Enzo and Cass had to do an advert for the WWE shop, and again, much like Heyman, Enzo can sell ice to an Eskimo. It was quite amusing.
I've seen some of their segments on Facebook where they're selling stuff, and it's been really entertaining.
Aye, I mean, it's not like what we had the other night with the New Day going, "Look at this shit that we've got. They're a t-shirt, mate. There's some cereal. Here's some fucking Big E's fucking chocolate hip fucking bars." I'm just, it's night and day with the two of them.
Yeah.
Like, sit the New Day down and say, "This is how we sell stuff," without making people feel like pricks or thinking that you're a prick.
It's like you said, it's night and day. Enzo, that's entertaining. The New Day appeal to kids, but they have really, really ran out of steam. Ran out of steam. They're not entertaining. They're not. And I'll keep saying it.
Go on forever.
I'll keep saying it.
I mean, I don't know if they're turning them heel again based on what happens on Raw, or if it's just because, once again, they've no direction for the tag division, much like they've got with the women's division.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll just, fuck it, just make them do something heelish. We'll go back to normal next week.
The next match we've got with Kendrick commentary was the Cruiserweight #1 contender.
Aye, good Rangers man, Noam Dar. There's his TJ, I'm a shite Street Fighter player, Perkins, and Rich Swann, who I really want to see fight a poor Swan. Just for the visual gag.
The one thing I wanted to bring up, and this was for the Survivor Series kick-off show, and I actually, mate, see, because everything else happened, I forgot to speak about this. And you've got to go back and see this, even if it's just for like the split second to see it.
If it's for the Cruiserweight match, you can't make me.
Oh yeah, the production team done a fuck up.
Oh, there's a shock. They do
Yes.
that a lot during Cruiserweight matches, don't they? It's almost as if Kevin Dunn doesn't like them. Just saying.
Who's the champion of Cruiserweights?
Kendrick, of course.
Right, okay. Now, the entrances, they've now got the floor. It does stuff now for the wrestlers.
So some prick had Kendrick's fucking floor then?
No. Remember when TJ first won the belt and then they got the 8-bit game music and all that, and at the bottom, he stood there with the belt?
Aye.
They left that on.
It's just half-assed. It's like Heath Slater's music. Well, the 3-man band. No, he's not been a 3-man band for 2 years now. Why are you still singing that?
It was the same with, I don't know if you noticed the Samoa Joe ending, that they played his face music and then they quickly changed it to his heel music.
I mean, that is NXT, it's different people involved. That was just a bit silly. That's just an honest screw-up. It's not my main roster stupidity.
I forgot about it yesterday to
like,
say.
People are only going to treat you as professional as you behave. And wee things like that are what's going to make people tune out or say they just can't be fucked putting on a show properly. When even the staff can't be asked with what they're doing, why should the viewers?
No.
Why should the ticket buyers?
No, see, I just found it really funny.
It's just stupid. It's laziness.
They managed to do that. But it was a good match. crowd weren't interested, but it was a good match.
The Hangman won. I
Yeah.
know they've been teasing it with Swan for a while, but I'm back.
I wanted
So,
the good Rangers man. I was the same.
good Rangers man being a good Rangers champion. That's what we need.
It was a really good match. Great spots.
I mean, I was going to say, we know Rich Swan isn't dethroning Kendrick.
No. No, he's not gonna. But it just, what did it? I mean, this is a thing.
Well, I was going to say at least Dar never took the pin.
No, I'm happy with that. It was TJ.
TJ took it, which is big, given that they tried to build the division around him to kick off with.
Yeah. But like we've always said about him, great performer. Like, he needs a fucking character. There's no character, but
playing video games isn't a character. If that was the case, I'd be where The Rock is now.
Yep. But yeah, so we've got Swan as the number one contender. I agree with you. I don't think Kendrick's not going to lose that belt for a while.
No, and he should be. But when he does drop it, he should drop it to the good Rangers man.
Be surprised if it is him that gets it, mate, because he was really good last night.
Well, that's the thing. He was one of the standouts in the Cruiserweight tournament. He didn't take the pin. He didn't take the pin the kickoff show, did he?
No.
There you go. That means they're saving him.
So then we get to the main event, and thank fuck this was there. Because like we've said, like, this has been a Raw bashing, but again, we've always said that if they do well, we'll give them praise.
Exactly, and this was a good long match.
Yes, a very good long match. A lot of great spots, bringing out like the table, stuff like that. The chairs, that looked brilliant. And Kevin Owens.
Nothing was used for the sake of it. Everything had a purpose.
Yes, it was brilliant. Even fighting in the crowd again. I miss all that. I didn't miss that.
I know.
The spot where Rollins jumps from the barriers up high was brilliant again. I was just hoping he didn't fuck his knee. But the bit I found funny, right? I really found funny, mate, because I looked at it different than what probably a lot of people. You'll probably be the same as me, and I think Jericho's got punched again when he went through at the back. Because obviously Jericho and Rollins banned for ringside. Rollins never made an appearance Reigns. Aye. Reigns was banned for ringside. He only made the appearance during that highlight reel segment. Then
and instead they have a good joke about Sin Cara.
That was fucking hilarious. And the fact that he never botched means that Sin Cara's going to punch Jericho.
What a miss.
He probably fought.
I did notice earlier on, see when Angel was doing his naked bit, when Titus and Neil went past, he said, "No phone pictures." And of course, Titus did a Rollins with his phone. Just a wee subtle dig.
Oh, fuck. Mate, that's actually another subtle thing that we forgot to bring up for Survivor Series with Mick Foley and James Ellsworth. We forgot all about that. That was so funny that he made a Glaswegian joke. If nobody remembers it or they don't get it, the joke was when Ellsworth was talking to Mick about getting tossed. Was it tossing?
The Undertaker tossed you off the cage.
Right.
The cage. Sorry. And Mick said,
in other parts of the world, that means a
don't
different
say
thing.
tossed off. Don't say tossed off. That's a totally different thing.
Obviously,
Undertaker did not toss me off.
I mean, I was pissing myself. But if you're American and if you're watching this, tossed off is basically jetting off in Scotland. That's basically it. So it was so funny he made that reference, considering
Amazing.
it was ICW night as well. That's the relevance was really funny. But back to the match. The match, like you said, was really good, and Kevin Owens picks up the win. But like you said, this is where I see it's going to be more Rollins and Jericho now.
Yeah,
because
that was all given Owens is taking on Reigns at Roadblock.
Yeah. The thing, I just don't want fucking Reigns to win it. That I just really, really don't. And see, badness, the bastards with fucking
Christ.
the bastards
Jesus.
with
I
dirt.
just had a nightmare scenario roll through my head. Oh, God, see if we got Goldberg and Reigns.
I'm telling you, mate, I want to watch it. I would really miss
Or
it
could they watch it? It would be awful.
because
Unless they squash Reigns.
because my worry is right. So say for talking sake, right? We know new Goldberg is in it. I'm just gonna, I'm
Aye.
copying what you do now. If for fucking some reason he wins that, right, and goes to Mania to take on the champion and fucking wins it, that's WCW days, mate. I have fucking no interest in that, seriously.
I know.
Because we're getting near Rumble season, I would really, personally, I would want Balor to win it to take on whoever. See if they even kept that belt in Owens, or back and forward, but
What they
Owens.
should have done, see back when they were having the spate of injuries the year before, they should have brought in what UFC do with interim belts. And then automatically you've got a big box office unification match every time somebody's injured. So with Balor coming back, they could have said, well, this is your first Universal Champion. Here's the guy that was rightfully champion in his absence. Let's see who the true champion is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand why they don't. It's just, it's so obvious.
We've got now, that's us basically, we've only got 2 pay-per-views left that really mean nothing now because this is like the dead season of wrestling. The last 2 weeks.
TLC usually has like non-title surprises.
Yeah, and I think Roadblock will be the same. The only one I can see
I
changing
don't think
is the tag.
Roadblock. Do you know Roadblock is going to be a fucking house show again?
Aye. The only one I can see is the tags. I'll be surprised if the tags don't change that night. See if they don't.
Or
fuck
before.
Off. They can fuck off, honestly.
I'm wondering if they'll change it before Roadblock rolls around.
See, I wouldn't mind.
Match Roadblock.
I wouldn't mind it if it was the Bullet Club versus Endzone Cash. Just say for talking say Endzone Cash for some reason, fuck the rules and get the belts, and then it's the Bullet Club still maintaining their number 1 contendership. I know it won't happen like that, but that
Do you
would
know,
be more entertaining than
in an
fucking
ideal
you do.
world, what we'd be looking forward to is Finn Balor leading the club into a fight against the Shield for Mania. Imagine that.
See, that would be
The 3 original members up against the Shield.
that'd be really cool.
Be fucking amazing. I mean, that's up there with like Cesaro taking on Nakamura.
Be really cool, mate. But yeah, Raw. It had elements of being
Spinning the
good.
wheels.
Yeah,
They're going to be spinning the wheels for another 3 weeks until Roadblock.
and it really put like a thing on. Well, how is this like we were talking about yesterday? Like we should really fucking like the last couple of fucking podcasts. We've been quite happy. Like, yeah, that was good. We needed one. I think we had to vent a lot of shite. And
There's only been 1 week where things have been good because the week before was an almost 9/11 size tragedy. Get over it.
But the last night, mate, I genuinely could not give a fuck Raw was on. I genuinely, apart from Kevin Owens' parts and Jericho's parts, no. I really wanted to see what they were going to do with Goldberg, and then when they mentioned about the Royal Rumble and title, fuck off. Fuck off.
Aye, I know. Not interested.
I'm not interested, mate. The only thing I can hope for is Lesnar. That's what I was kind of hoping if Lesnar came out, even like you said, even if he didn't murder somebody, or even if Heyman came out at the top of the ramp and to say, look, you're going into the Rumble, and my client's going into the Rumble as well, and then it's that. Then you're waiting.
No, I
to
like
see.
them being kept off the telly. You can wait and maybe something surprising will actually happen. You know.
It's just going to make the next. Well, what is it? We've got December 2 weeks away, and then the Rumble's the end of January, so it's going to be like fucking nearly.
Yeah, I think Raw's
60
spinning their wheels the new ahead of Roadblock.
Oh,
Just luckily covering that time between
fuck.
Roadblock and the Rumble.
The next 6 to 8 weeks is going to be horrendous for Raw.
Pretty much, aye.
It's going to be bad.
SmackDown need to step up their game.
I think.
Because and hold on to a finish. I mean, like the time that SmackDown had between their pay-per-view and Survivor Series, they were struggling to fill some of that. Ellsworth was kind of grating on some people. I knew that they were going with it, so I was okay. But there's a lot of people who were like, well, really, they're still going to use it because SmackDown didn't really have a choice. So to keep people tuning in for those 6, whatever they are, weeks, they're going to need to do something actually interesting instead of having a wee guy with no chin again. I'm worried that they're going to rely on him again for being unusual rather than actually make a proper attempt to get a good story going.
I think they will, mate, with the sake of the Wyatts. I found it was Randy Orton's going to be a dad again.
Cool.
There was a rumour about him taking time off. It looks like he will. I can see the Wyatts being more involved with the championship. Even though I know Dean's...
I hope so.
I can see that would open up quite a lot of possibilities, which will be interesting.
Better come TLC. If that title changes hands, then that's what we can expect. That said, if AJ's out the title picture even for a wee while, what does AJ do? No easy, is it?
Nah.
I mean, when you look at SmackDown's top faces, you've got Dean, you've got James Ellsworth, and then what have you got?
Ziggler. That's that. And he's IC. He'll go back for the IC.
Well, we're assuming so, aye.
Yeah, it's just this fucking time of the year for wrestling. It's the whole it just falls in its arse. In its arse, and then as soon as it hits Rumble season, that's it. It's just they 3 months, well, 2 months, just fly in. They fly in, and then it just drags itself. Well, no, it doesn't, because you're going in the bank. That's always good. Till it gets back going around the big 4 again. But I was kind of hoping more for Raw last night, especially the fact they lost the men's single. I was kind of hoping, like, Stephanie made a big deal about it, because they nearly did a whitewash over SmackDown. We never got any of that. The Lesnar thing, I can understand where you're coming from about don't keep him back a wee bit, even if it's like next week or something. Just keep him back for the Goldbergs just now. It just felt like they could not be asked.
Pretty much, aye.
It really felt like they couldn't be asked last night. There was so many things they should have addressed, and the only thing they addressed for the Survivor Series thing was Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
That was it.
Like I say, they were just pissing about. Nothing really happening.
Nothing happened at all. It was a really piss poor Raw. And like you said, with the talent there, they should be doing great things, but it's been the same old shit we've had since the brand split.
Yeah.
So, and in saying that as well, even if you were to put Reigns going for that title, I cannot be fucked with that either.
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
Maybe wants to see it.
Because
maybe
any money, mate, they will, like, you've got him having that mid-card belt that's not been defended since Hell in a Cell. So if he's going to go for that Universal, where the fuck's the mid-cards then? What do they do?
Exactly.
And all they're getting, and all the mid-cards are doing, mate, if I go back through my notes, the only mid-card it wrestled, well, no, there was 2, sorry, because Sami Zayn, but that was a squash. But it was Rusev. The rest were on tags.
Aye. And personally, Rusev should be, and much like Cesaro, anywhere else in the world, top of the bill.
It's fucking crazy. They genuinely, sometimes, mate, they've got sheer brilliance, and other times it's like, what the fuck? Honestly, it's what the fuck are you doing? And last night was a what the fuck moment. You had elements of making it great, and he's fucked it up as usual.
Aye, pretty much.
Aye,
really something up better than that.
Nah, it was just a pure fuck up. So, but we've got SmackDown tonight. Hopefully that kind of cheers us up a wee bit more. Usually does. SmackDown always does it. No luck, they'll fuck that one up as well. But
we'll see soon enough.
We'll see soon enough. I mean, I'll be really surprised if Shane makes an appearance. If he does, it'd be brilliant, because he'll get some fucking pop.
Oh, aye.
Where are they tonight? At the place down in Canada?
Oh, no. I really don't. I know it's not the same place again.
At least we won't have Goldberg. I'm quite happy with that. No Goldberg. Something changing. See what's going to happen mean, obviously, because we've got the TLC in 2 weeks, I want to see if they'll make a number one contender for the tags.
Aye.
I'm quite hoping to see that. I want to see what's going to happen to the IC title now. So there's so many good things that can happen tonight. It's just if they implement it.
I'm sure they will. Like, SmackDown actually pay attention to continuity.
Yeah, so that'll be good. I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully we can have a good laugh tomorrow in the podcast instead of today where we're like, oh,
let me be happy, Vince.
You bastards.
Let me be happy. Your show put me in a shite mood.
Yeah.
Because it's garbage.
It was fucking garbage. But hey ho, that's us for another amazing Raw fucking podcast. But we'll be back tomorrow. We've got SmackDown, and then at least then that's us got another wee time off. We've got a few things in the work we can't say just now on the channel. So we're going to leave it.
There'll be things that make us happy.
Yes. So we'll leave it as that. We've got a few wee things we're going to do. So we're back tomorrow. Like as always, go and check us out on Facebook. Leave us a like there. Have a look at the pictures. Leave us a sub and a like on the channel to get to hear our sexy voices when we're happy. Today, just the more I think, mate, we were reading that fucking Raw last night, we just went into a depression.
Oh, it really
just
I don't want to feel this way. I want to enjoy my stuff. I did enjoy bits of my weekend. But when half the wrestling that I'm provided in 3 days entertains me, 50% of the wrestling that I've watched, and there's been, well, Christ, almost like 20 hours there all in.
Yep. It's been
I just want to go outside and kick a puppy and rob an old person.
It's been a long weekend, and that just summed it up last night. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully SmackDown do brilliant tonight and like justify. I think they will. They seem to fucking always nail it. They had that one bad week in Glasgow. We called it. We basically tell them that we were shite.
They'll not be back.
They'll not be back.
When they come back.
They won't be back.
They're not welcome.
If anybody thinks that they're back next year, they're fucking not. They're not even done for a fucking house show yet.
Everybody's going to Fear and Loathing 10.
Or going to see The Godfather this weekend. So, as usual, like I said, just leave us a like and a sub in the channel. Leave us a like on Facebook. This has been the Smacked Up Wrestling Podcast. I've been Will.
I've been Dead Inside.
And hopefully I can revive him in Destiny tonight. Take care.
Cheerio.